For Evelyn Muthoni and her 5 children, life is pure agony. The peasant who lives in central Kenya is afflicted by an infestation of the Tunga penetrant sandflies, or Jiggers as they are called here. Their feet are infested, completely disfigured. They can barely walk due to the pain from ruptured flesh.
My
problems are overwhelming. We have no food or proper clothes. I can't work anymore because of my condition. I went to hospital, but I was turned away. I was simply told to buy shoes.
A team of social workers have paid Muthoni and her family a visit. Their wounds are cleaned and then dipped in chemicals to kill the fleas embedded in their skin. It will take 2 weeks of such routine to completely cure them. Their tiny heart is also fumigated to kill the fleas. If jiggers are not removed in time, their effects can be fatal. Elizabeth Njambi's husband died a few months ago after a severe attack. He now lies in this grave outside her house. Elizabeth told me she will never forget the stigma her husband was forced to live with due to his ailment.
People thought it was a curse. My husband was so embarrassed that he would not let anyone except myself touch him. He used to hide under the bed anytime people visited us.
The lives of this community revolves around trying to avoid contact with the parasites that have caused them much devastation. Up to 30% of the community, over 100,000 people, live with jiggers, and more than 2,000 children have dropped out of school due to the ailment. There is little help available for jigger victims. Most of this assistance is coming from one man and an organization he set up to help out the stigmatized people. A victim of jiggers himself, Stanley Kamau, says the fleas can lead to even more contagious diseases like AIDS.
Some of them have to borrow or have to share pins. They borrow from the neighbors, they share with other members of the family. And like the issues we have is that we have a kid who even died about a year ago because he contacted the HIV filers through the mother who had jiggers and who was HIV positive.
And government officials acknowledge the problem is huge. They say it's spreading and could soon get out of hand.
We are actually talking about approximately 10 million people affected or likely to be affected in those areas.
Yet the Kenyan government has no clear policy on a health matter that is visibly a national problem. Above all, it is the lack of care at hospitals that is most worrying for people like Evelyn Muthoni and her ailing children. Mohammed, Adow, Jazeera, Gashanjiro in central Kenya.